Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy John Wong here, back again with another video. And today we're going to be continuing my personal series, If Characters Were Sneakerheads. And today we're going to be doing the Teen Titans. Alright, so if you guys have not already watched my first episode of If Characters Were Sneakerheads, I did it based on Team Avatar from Avatar The Last Airbender. So make sure to go check that video out after this. It's really fun, it's really creative, and honestly I'm really proud of this concept that I made. So I really love pop culture. I love to watch, different TV shows and movies and different video games. And I also love sneakers. So one day I was thinking to myself, what if I put them two together? I thought about, a specific animated series or a specific TV show. And I thought, hey, what if the characters from that particular show were sneakerheads? So in this series, I basically come up with a list of sneakers that I feel would go great and would complement these characters. Now, as I'm curating this list, I take into consideration several different factors, such as their powers, if they have any, their appearance, their color schemes, their personalities, and the list goes on and on and on. So, like I said before, today we'll be giving sneakers to the Teen Titans from the original Teen Titans series. But with that being said, the Teen Titans were one of my favorite TV shows growing up. I just love the storyline and the characters and how they really connected with us as kids. I honestly wish they would have continued this series instead of creating a whole spin-off. So in this video, we're going to be going over each character individually, and we're going to be breaking it down into the original members of the Teen Titans. Oh, and I forgot to mention that in this video, we're only going to be breaking down 2 sneakers per character because I honestly feel like going over 3 is a lot and I really don't want to drag out this entire video. So yep, just 2 sneakers will be enough. I love all these characters and I'm going to be really excited to talk about which sneakers I picked for these characters. So with that being said, let's hop into it. Alright, so the first character we're going to be going over is the one, the only Robin. Robin is the leader of the team, personally my favorite character. Honestly, one of my favorite characters of all time, just because Robin was so cool back then. So the first sneaker that we have for Robin, the leader of the Teen Titans, is the Jordan 1 Bread Toe Highs. I feel like the Jordan 1 is just an OG sneaker, and given to Robin, who is the founder of the Teen Titans, I think they perfectly match. Plus, Robin's color scheme, although there's some green and yellow and a little bit of black, I feel like red is perfect for Robin. So I would have to give the bread toes to Robin. I feel like as a sneakerhead, he would definitely want to go big, in which the bread toes are banger. Here at the first sneaker, we do have the Jordan 1 bread toes. And the second sneaker that I would give Robin are the CDG Converse in the black colorway. Even though a lot of people do hate on this sneaker, I feel like this shoe is hype. It's definitely hype, don't get me wrong, but it's very minimal. And I feel like Robin overall, although he's extremely wealthy, although he is a leader, he is taught to be extremely subtle. So I feel like he would wear all black. But I feel like with the CDG Converse, they're a black sneaker, but they have a splash of red, which again I said I feel like is Robin's color scheme. I don't think Robin would want to be all that hype all the time. He needs a pair of beaters. He needs a pair of shoes that he can just slip on and run after criminals. And I feel like these are the perfect shoe for him. And I also gotta add, I feel like I picked the CDG Converse just because if you do look at Robin and the shoes that he's wearing, they're kind of like combat boots, but they do look a little bit like Converse. So that kind of gave me the inspiration for this sneaker. So yep, the second and last sneaker for Robin are the CDG Converse. I feel like it's a pretty good match. I don't know, what do you guys think? Alright, moving on to the second character, we do have the Tamaranian Queen and Robin's love interest, which is Starfire. Growing up, I was always really indifferent about Starfire. I never really loved her, but I also never really hated her. I feel like she was a cool member on the team. I definitely feel like her character development started going once she started shooting like those green rays out of her eyes, and she kind of became bad at that point. But anyways, if I were to give Starfire a pair of sneakers, I feel like she would definitely wear the Balenciaga Speed Trainers in the purple Lyrics colorway. So like I said before, Starfire is a queen. So honestly, I imagine her to be really fancy, dressed out in all these designer pieces. And I definitely feel like she would kind of go towards more designer shoes. Also, I know this isn't the same show, but I do watch the show Titans, which is on HBO Max. And in their portrayal of Starfire, her character really wears a lot of fancy clothes. She kind of looks like she's rich. So I would imagine the same thing for this Starfire. And because her color scheme is purple, you can literally see her wearing purple from head to toe, I feel like she would definitely love these shoes. They kind of look like the shoes she wears in the animated series. So I feel like definitely the Balenciaga Speed Trainers are a shoe for her. Starfire, you are welcome. And then the second shoe that I would have for Starfire are the Babestas in the purple suede colorway. Now when I saw this shoe, I was also like, nah, this is definitely Starfire. First of all, this shoe literally has a star on it. Starfire, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know what I mean when I say that the Babesta purple suedes are the perfect shoe for Starfire. I feel like if she were to branch out from the designer brands and she would go into sneakers, she might be able to pull off an Air Force One, but it really wouldn't be her thing. I feel like Air Force Ones are just too simple, too plain. But this is a Babesta. It's the Bape version of an Air Force One, so it has a little more hype to it. It has a star on it, which I'm pretty sure she loves, and it's purple, so I have to give it to her, the Babesta purple suedes. Alright, moving on to our third character, we have the big guy himself, the one, the only Cyborg. I know he was definitely a lot of people's favorite characters growing up. So yeah, I feel like I like Cyborg too, but I was always more of a Robin guy. But yeah, when it comes to Cyborg and him as a sneakerhead, I feel like definitely he would appreciate a pair of Nike Adapt BBs in the Oreo colorway. Now when I was making this list, this had to be the first sneaker that I picked out for any of these characters because I thought this would be perfect for Cyborg. Now the Nike Adapt BBs are one of Nike's most innovative sneakers when it comes to their technology. These sneakers, with a press of a button on the side, the sneaker will basically lace itself up, which is incredible. I feel like that's definitely innovation. And looking at Cyborg, who is basically, half robot, and having these shoes on, technology, I can't even explain it. Why wouldn't Cyborg have a pair of sneakers where they can lace itself up? Not to mention, I feel like this colorway complements Cyborg so well just because it's blue and gray, which is basically the same color scheme as Cyborg. I feel like Cyborg would definitely have a control pad on his arm, and he would press a button, and in an instant, his own shoes would lace themselves up, and I feel like that would be so cool. So I gotta give the Nike Adapt BBs in the Oreo colorway to Cyborg because I feel like they're a perfect shoe for him. And the second shoe that I would also give to Cyborg are the military blue Jordan 4s. Now Cyborg is a pretty big and bulky character, as you can tell by his animation, and I feel like he would definitely wear a pair of chunky shoes. Now the Jordan 4s are a really big bulky shoe, which would definitely kind of match with his silhouette. So I definitely think the Jordan 4 military blues would complement him so well just because they're blue and he's blue, and I'm pretty sure his favorite color might be blue. I don't really know what else much I can say about this, but honestly I could imagine Cyborg, in some baggy cargos, a nice varsity jacket since he is a football player, with the military blue 4s, and that's pretty fire. That's a pretty fire fit. I definitely think that when it came to Cyborg, these two shoes that I gave him were really, really easy to pick. So here we have the military blue Jordan 4s, and we're gonna move on from Cyborg. Moving over to our next character, we do have the team's jokester, the guy that everybody loves, Beast Boy. Now, when it comes to his powers, I feel like Beast Boy was definitely my second favorite character on the Teen Titans, just because he can literally turn into any animal, And although he didn't always make the best choices, I feel like that's a really cool power. Now, in the show Titans from HBO Max, in their portrayal of Beast Boy, he's wearing a pair of Jordan 1 Pine Greens. Now, in my opinion, I really didn't think Beast Boy would be all that kind of a Jordan 1 kind of guy. I thought he'd be more into dunks. So that's why I picked the Nike Dunk SB in the low classic green colorway. Now, obviously, this pair of shoes is green. And Beast Boy is green. I feel like Beast Boy would definitely love a pair of dunks. I feel like Jordan 1s are a more put together kind of shoe. You know, they're very clean looking. I feel like when it comes to dunks, they're pretty much the same as a Jordan 1, very similar. But you can have a more looser attitude with it. You can kind of dress it down. You know, you don't have to dress it the same way that you would with a Jordan 1. So that's why I feel like for someone who's very free-spirited and light-hearted, I think that the Nike Dunk SBs would be a perfect shoe for Beast Boy. And the next shoe that we got for Beast Boy are the New Balance 990 V3s in the My USA Teddy Santis green-purple colorway. Now, I thought this shoe was also a pretty good shoe for Beast Boy as well. I've never owned a pair of New Balance 990 V3s, but I heard they're really comfortable. And I feel like Beast Boy would definitely appreciate a comfortable shoe. I think for somebody who is always making jokes, you know, who's always smiling, he's gotta feel comfortable with himself, right? And I can definitely see Beast Boy in a pair of runners. So when I saw this sneaker, I felt like he would definitely wear these shoes. They're green, they're purple. Again, I'm gonna say it, he's green, he's purple. But yeah, with the Nike SB Dunk Lows and the New Balance 990 V3s, I feel like these two shoes are perfect for Beast Boy. Honestly, I'm gonna be really biased here. All the shoes that I picked out are perfect for each and every character, but I do think that when it comes to Beast Boy, he definitely would wear a pair of green shoes. Alright, moving on to our fifth character. Everybody knows her. She's really scary, but at the same time, we think she's hilarious. She tries to be very serious, but we still love her. And that character is Raven. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Raven is the strongest member of the Teen Titans. She just was never able to get to her full potential until I'm pretty sure the last or the second to last season. I really liked the story arc with her and her father Trigon, and you know, Robin going after her and everything. So I think that was really cool for her. Moving down on the list from Robin and Beast Boy, Raven is my third favorite character on the Teen Titans. The shoe that I would give Raven are the Jordan 1 Mid Obsidian Sanded Purples. Now, as you guys can see, this color scheme is pretty much 100% spot on to Raven's. It's very purple, but at the same time, it's kind of bluish. Overall, I would say it's violet. So I feel like she definitely wear a pair of Jordan 1 Mids. I know I always hate on Jordan 1 Mids, guys, but I feel like for Raven, this colorway, she could definitely pull it off. Raven's not really a particular person, as you guys know in the TV show. She really doesn't care. So I feel like she wouldn't really care if they're mids. You know, some people love wearing highs, some people love sticking to lows, but I feel like with her, she'd just be like, they're mids, I don't care. So I feel like this pair of Jordan 1 mids are a pretty good shoe for her. And the second shoe that I would give Raven are the Air Max 95s in the Black Dark Shadow colorway. I'm gonna repeat the name again. The Black Dark Shadow colorway. If this is not exactly the description of Raven's superpowers, then I don't know what is. Now, this shoe looks exactly like something Raven would wear. This is an Air Max 95, right? It's not too hyped nowadays. You know, not a lot of people wear 95s, but it's still a fire sneaker. I feel like Raven really wouldn't care what people think of her, but she would want a pair of shoes that is a classic in the sneaker community. Now, I can definitely see her rocking a pair of Air Max 95s. I don't know, I can see her wearing this pair so well. This is such a nice shoe. Dark Shadow. Literally, you see her coming out of the shadows in the theme song. So I would have to give her the Air Max 95s in the Dark Shadow colorway. Alright guys, there we have it. Those are the sneakers that I would give the Teen Titans if they were sneakerheads. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was a lot of fun to make. I really love looking through, StockX and looking at all these different sneakers that would really complement each character individually. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me on this list, or if I could have found any better sneakers to give these characters. But most of all, let me know if there's any other series, shows, cartoons, video games that you want me to do this series on. Just let me know. I would love to do an episode on it, and I would love to keep this series going and running. I feel like this series is just a lot of fun to do. But again, if you guys like this video, please leave a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button because more will be on the way. Again, this video was so much fun to make. And these are the sneakers that I would give to the Teen Titans if they were sneakerheads. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.